Hi everybody, Ethan Tuttle and Chris Cartman here for SunDevilSource Report Mountain America Stadium following Kenny Dillingham's weekly Monday press conference. Chris, of course, some big news coming out today and you broke it. Ray Anderson resigning from Arizona State as the athletic director. What information do you have there, and what did Kenny Dillingham have to say about that today?
Yeah, the timing of it, a little bit surprising for me. I had been hearing in recent weeks that there was a good chance that Anderson would either step down or otherwise be removed from his position at the conclusion of the NCAA investigation, which is probably going to happen relatively imminently here within the next few weeks. Did not know that this was going to be happening today. He was at the Rose Bowl celebrating ASU's win on the field. There were chants of "Ray, you suck" from some dozens of fans that were there as he was very nearby celebrating and congratulating Kenny Dillingham. I think this was a cumulative effect, Ethan. There's for a long time, we're 30 months into this NCAA investigation that took down the Herm Edwards era and really drove ASU into the ditch in terms of its athletic program, the football department, revenue being kind of upended. It's hurt with booster support, fans, NIL, all kinds of things that we've talked about ad nauseum at SunDevilSource. This was the right thing to do. The timing of it is later than it should have been. It probably should have happened a year ago or more. Really should have followed the Herm Edwards development. But at the same time, this is now coming at a critical juncture with a lot of other things that are kind of happening, all coming together as ASU Athletics, football, basketball, baseball. We talked about this with Dillingham today. Willie Bloomquist talked about it today. There's a lot that's kind of taking place right now as ASU tries to move forward from this news.
What will the scope of the impact of this resignation from Anderson be on ASU Athletics as a whole, but particularly within the football program as the season's coming to a close and transfer portal is going to be opening up and a lot of NIL opportunities I'd imagine that the school is going to want to try to get involved in?
Absolutely. Well, look, I wrote several weeks ago, I think a lot of our audience probably saw the NIL story, which sort of highlighted the discrepancy between what exists in the Big 12 and what exists at ASU and how poor ASU's NIL situation is right now. The fact of the matter is a lot of money has been staying on the sidelines from prominent boosters and even just regular fans who have been hesitant to give in light of their concerns about the leadership of ASU Athletics with Ray Anderson, even really Michael Crow to some extent. But I think the departure of Ray Anderson is something that has the ability to serve as an immediate springboard moving forward into kind of what the next iteration of ASU Athletics will look like. Very important for football in particular because you have Kenny Dillingham trying to build a roster. Right, he's thinking about this in terms of we have 2 more weeks of a season, then the transfer portal opens up. I have to worry about my guys potentially leaving who are important players that we want to retain. I also have to supplement our roster, bring in linemen and some skill guys that can help get us moving forward in a positive manner. How does that happen? NIL is a very big important thing. So the thing that I said on social media and our message boards and everything is, if you've been on the fence and you're an ASU fan, if this doesn't motivate you, then probably really nothing is going to, and you're going to see that ASU is going to continue to lag behind other programs in some of these key areas.
Chris, is there any additional information before we go here that you'd like to get out there to the audience, maybe who might be filling that spot of Ray Anderson's or just anything else?
Look, I think the most important thing is that ASU is on this paradigm shift where they're hiring people who have intimate knowledge about the Valley and about the community, and ASU Athletics in particular. That's what Kenny Dillingham was. He wouldn't have been hired by Ray Anderson or Michael Crow a year or 2 ago. They're people that look at prestige and your cachet and your resume, and they wanted to hire former NFL head coaches, former Power 5 coaches or existing Power 5. They want name ID and they want brand awareness. Dillingham doesn't really have that, but they wanted somebody in this particular hire who was younger, energy, graduate of ASU, somebody who can connect with young players, right? So my view is that should spill over to this athletic director search. And the person who best personifies all of that I am aware of is Rocky Harris, somebody who lives and breathes and understands ASU Athletics at an extremely high level, and someone who may be tough to get. He has a prominent role in the U.S. Olympic Committee right now, working with triathlon for a number of years after he left ASU Athletics. That's led him to some really great opportunities. You got the Paris Olympics coming up a year from now. So I don't know, but I think that he was, from an operational standpoint and an understanding of what ASU Athletics is and should be, and how to map that out and build that into something stronger. I think Rocky Harris understands that better than anybody else potentially could. He worked, of course, with the prior administration through a change that kind of happened. Lisa Love, Steve Patterson into Ray Anderson. They departed before any of this kind of bad stuff happened. So I said on Twitter, look, my first, second, third, fourth, and however many calls it would take would be to Rocky Harris. After that, somebody who's young, somebody who has been at a very prominent program, who understands college athletics and especially football, basketball, revenue sports at a very high level and can set the tone and the operation of exactly what that needs to be all the way down to the lowest levels.
Great information. Thanks so much for watching. For Sun Devil Source, he's Chris Cartman. I'm Ethan Tuttle. We'll see you next time.